Hello, my friend. I've been hoping to talk with you, to personally thank you for your kindness. I am glad that we have this time together.
So a very comfy piece of news came out today. It seems that the app called Calm has recently partnered with Hasbro to put out some very interesting sleep therapy Transformer-related items on their app. Now, Calm is an app that normally is used for people who just want to listen to something relaxing so that they could have something to listen to before they go to sleep. And what's interesting about the app, and I tried it out, is even if you use it on a PC or a tablet or your phone, it also even has the option for a screensaver that shows calming environments like the ocean just nicely cascading in the background and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. Didn't know that it existed prior to this news. I'm an individual that usually before I go to bed, I usually like to read. I find that's the best way for me to help me go to sleep. But it's very fascinating. So what we have here essentially, according to this press release, is that this week there is going to be a debut in their subsection of their app that's called Calm Sleep Stories. I think it's part of their kids division, where you could have Optimus Prime, voiced by the legendary Peter Cullen of Generation 1 Origins, tell you a story. Specifically, the story is the history of the Transformers. I'll read the press release here, and then we'll kind of break down what's going on. So, this week, the Transformers launches into a new medium, inviting kids and adults to experience an original sleep story on Calm, the leading mental wellness brand and #1 app for sleep, meditation, and relaxation. Available now, Peter Cullen returns as the voice of Optimus Prime in a relaxing sleep story, the history of the Transformers. This never-before-heard story tells the history of the Autobots and Decepticons, taking listeners deeper into more than meets the eye themes of the iconic franchise, exploring bravery, leadership, friendship, and STEM. And then Peter Cullen goes on to say, I'm pleased to be bringing Transformers to calm kids through an imaginative and adventurous bedtime story, says Peter Cullen. I hope, though, that this story brings family and kids together and they get the sleep they need to conquer the day. Also, the mention here when they say here, exploring bravery, friendship, leadership, and STEM. STEM means science, technology, engineering, and math. People that are curious about that. People are probably going like, stem cells? What is he talking about? And then they go on to say here, with sleep loss and sleep disorders more prevalent than ever, Calm helps listeners in over 190 countries manage sleep, sleep better, and live happier and healthier lives. In 2021, the app launched Calm Kids, a vertical of mental awareness content for kids and families alike. The Transformers sleep story will be available exclusively on Calm in the sleep or kids section of the app. So this is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Again, I posted a little sample of it at the beginning of the segment to kind of give people an idea of what this is probably going to be. Obviously, again, voiced by the legendary Peter Cullen of G1 Optimus Prime fame, the movies, Transformers Prime, Robots in Disguise, and so on and so forth. So already you get that cool, sultry voice of Mr. Cullen himself, along with very Steve Jablonsky kind of sounding movie music. It's very, very similar to Steve's music from the movie stuff from Michael Bay. And along with that, also supposedly the writing for this, what Peter is narrating, was written by Ryder Wynham. And Ryder Wynham, if you don't know who he is, that guy in the Star Wars world, like, has done it all in terms of, like, writing stuff. That guy, like, wrote over, like, 60 novels of Star Wars hardcover books. He did tons of comic books dating back all the way to, like, 1994 in the Dark Horse comic days. And even in the Transformer world, he did this and that. He did the small novels that were the Transformer Classified novels that we had back in like, I want to say like 2011, 2012-ish. It was the Transformer Classified Switching Gears and stuff. They were just light novels, about 200 pages, made for like, young adults and adults. Pretty good stuff. The Switching Gears one was pretty good, especially if you want to, like, I guess, add some character to some of your non-appearance movie toys. I guess the best way to put it. They were all movie-related novels. But so he even had a little bit to do with Transformers in the past. So he's the one who's going to be pretty much composing this story that Peter will then be narrating the history of the Transformers. Now they say here it's a never before told story. I'm kind of curious how they're going to explain the beginnings of the war and everything like that and the history of the Transformers. Maybe they'll dive into even the deeper lore of the original 13 and Primus and Unicron. Who knows? But it does sound fascinating to me that I am very curious about this and want to learn more about it. And just sounds like a cool thing. Again, like someone like me, some of my favorite content to just kind of listen to and relax to is podcasts. That's always been my thing. I mean, you're listening to a podcast right now, but I just love kind of lying in bed and either listening to a good podcast or just reading a novel or something, usually on an iPad, though. I'm more of a tablet reader of novels. I used to read from books, and then I kind of got spoiled on tablets, just being the easiest way to bookmark stuff and have it on the go. But that's usually my way to kind of relax. And so it's nice that there's some kind of alternative that people could kind of have this in the background here and have people, be able to listen to the stories of the Transformers many years ago. The original 13 were spawned from Primus, and thus began the Great War, a war that would span for millions of years. Who knows how they're going to go about it, but it sounds pretty cool. I dig it a lot. And I'm curious where they're going to go more with this in the future. This might be actually one of the things that probably we're going to have on our Fan First Friday tomorrow, which I might as well just cover that here too. Tomorrow, again, reminder, tomorrow is Fan First Friday. Hasbro is going to be revealing a whole slew of new stuff, franchise news. So we're going to be getting some news in relation to what's happening with the brand. That could be television, that could be comic books, that could be movie-related stuff. Who knows? Could be even video games, could be anything. Maybe even this sleep program, who knows, would come. We're also going to be getting new toy news. We're going to be getting some pre-orders that are going to come up. So be sure to tune in tomorrow because we're going to be covering everything, breaking it down for you guys like always to make sense of everything in the news. And hopefully we'll have some really exciting stuff to talk about tomorrow. That's for sure. But otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, people.